Hello, hello. Welcome to Crazy Games. This is gonna be a weird one. We're back in Genshin Impact, but from the last Liyue Lantern Rite story video that I did for the event, um, I kind of cut off the end since it was just me talking to all the different characters dotted around Liyue. And yeah, it's gonna be in this one. This is the I'm just gonna like do a jarring cut to that after this little intro. But yeah, in the previous one, I was just playing through the Liyue Lantern Rite Festival story, and the story ended, and I decided to go talk to all the different characters like Zhongli and Xin Yan and Beidou and Shinhe that MiHoYo has put like all over the map, so that we can get a little bit more insight as to what they're thinking and stuff. And yeah, I do want to note, however, that apparently Zhongli has multiple lines throughout like a week. Like every day he appears at a different spot and you can talk to him. I've completely missed that, so that's not part of this video. And unfortunately, I kind of wish that I knew that earlier, because then I can also like get that in this video as well. But yeah, I got the first part of Zhongli. I thought that like when I went to talk to Zhongli, I thought that was the only like section he had, but apparently that triggers like an entire other like, I don't know, thing where Zhongli kind of like appears at a bookstore, at Wangshu Inn, at other places that I can't remember off the top of my head, and speaks about like the lore and some of the implications in those areas as well, since he's actually like lived through the ages of when those things like first appeared. But yeah, anyways, this is a bit of a weird intro. I'm just gonna cut straight to the actual video of me just going around talking to the Liyue characters now. Okay, cut. I think you can find people kind of like Keqing out and about during Lantern Rite. So let's look for them and see what they have to say. Maybe I'll just like cut. I'll cut to whenever I get to them, so you don't just have to watch me like walk to them. But I think Ningguang is here. Oh yeah, Ningguang is here. So yeah, let's talk to Ningguang and see what she has to say.
Another lantern rite is upon us.
Oh yeah.
Traveler, it seems Liyue has a way of drawing you back every once in a while. Do you miss it here?
I miss it all the time.
Is that so? I am delighted to hear it. Times change. Suddenly the lantern rite of today is a wholly different affair from the past.
Oh, is it because Lantern Rite, instead of like celebrating the Adeptus and stuff, is celebrating like Liyue civilian and I guess Liyue's accomplishments maybe now?
The preparations were very lengthy this time. I don't know if it's to everyone's taste, but I, for one, am most satisfied with the way it has turned out.
Nice.
I hope that it might be a highlight of your journey. If you ever grow weary in your travels, know that you can always come back and visit Liyue.
Did you see Keqing's new outfit? Of course it's a highlight. Ooh, you don't even know. She's like, I made the outfit. I had to measure her in order to make it fit her properly. I'm kind of
Another
curious.
lantern rite is upon Traveler. It seems Liyue has a way of drawing you back every once in a while. Do you miss it here?
I kind of want to see what she says if I say I'll focus on my mission, my journey. Will she get disappointed?
Naturally. Times change. Suddenly the lantern rite of today is a wholly different affair from the past. The preparations were very
So she ends up saying the same thing. Except she does sound a little disappointed when we say, oh, we just do whatever. But yeah. Who else was there? Just trying to think. I think Xiao is here. Yeah, Xiao's right here. Xiao.
You're here.
I'm here, Xiao.
I'm guessing this lantern rite is the same as every year.
I don't know. I've only been to one other Lantern Rite, so it is very different this year. There isn't a Terminus whatever, the weird tower defense game this time around. There wasn't we couldn't kill people for plasterite parts to build lantern, Xiao lanterns, and there wasn't a giant Ming Xiao lantern being released this time around. This is a big fireworks. It's a little different.
The demons have retreated, and the humans are safe and well. If Pervasi's knew, it would be a lifelong wish come true for him.
Xiao ... I
Trust you're not here to invite me to watch the fireworks in the city.
We're kind of late for that now, but yeah, guilty as charged.
I think I'll be fine right here.
Oh, Xiao, I thought we were friends. Oh my god.
As long as the fireworks fly high enough, you can see them from wherever you are. Besides, if anyone wishes to see me, I know they'll come and find me. So whether I'm here or in the city, it makes no difference.
Okay, Xiao. Antisocial introvert Xiao. Who else is there? I think Yan Fei's like somewhere here, right? Oh yeah, there she is. She's looking down on I don't even know where that would be, but she can see all the like lanterns floating about, which is pretty cool. Hey Yan Fei, what you doing?
Oh, perfect timing. Let me make some space for you. There. Look. Isn't that an amazing view?
Oh yeah.
I can never get tired of it.
Do you have time off for the festival?
Yep, I got a letter from my dad. He said all is well with him and Mom on their travels, and wished me and Granny a happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, interesting. She's half Adeptus, right? So is it her mom or her dad that's an Adeptus? Or half whatever gave her weird, like, horns? I think Adeptus is, like, not a creature of some kind. It's like a rank of some kind, right? You become an Adeptus, you, like, train and become one somehow, and advance and learn and become powerful to become a Adeptus, whereas like whatever dragon or whatever she is, she seems to have scales and stuff. That's like some magical beast kind of thing. So she's like half human, half magical beast. I don't know. I don't really know what that, because in Chinese, Adeptus is like Xianren, which is like, I guess, equivalent to like an enlightened person or an angel, I guess. I don't know. Some person who's like gained some sort of enlightenment in some way, or has cultivated enough cultivation powers to become Xianren. I think that's what it is. So it's not like you're born an Adeptus. You're forged. Adeptuses are forged. So I don't really know exactly what the official word is for what the other half, like the non-human half of Yan Fei is. Is it like mythical beast or something? I think I spoke about this when I was talking about Zhang Li. He's like a mystical beast of some kind. He's like half dragon, half Kirin or something. And that's why he's so powerful, because he has like mythical beast powers or something, mythical beast geo powers. So that's why he can control geo even without a vision, and that's just the way those like beings exist. Kind of like how pyro slimes can use pyro element even though they don't have a vision. That's kind of like what Zhang Li is, and he's powerful enough to like take human form, I guess. He has like a dragon form that he normally has, and he takes like a human form just so, I don't know, he can relate to the people of Liyue or something like that, or give the people of Liyue some sort of human looking thing to idolize and worship. But yeah, I don't know, I went on quite a tangent there, just hearing about Yan Fei's parents.
So typical of my dad. He wrote the exact same thing last year. It's like his go-to Lantern Rite greeting. But hey, I guess he doesn't overthink these things, and that's where I get my carefree side from too. Look at me. I've taken a few days vacation just so I can enjoy the view. Oh, this reminds me. I should mention you when I write back. When you meet interesting new people, you've got to share it with your family.
Oh, okay. That sounds good, Yan Fei. Good talking to you. I think the two options for talking to her leads to the same thing, because they both sounds the same. Like, one of them was, oh, actually, let's just see what she says.
Perfect timing. Let me make some space for you.
Yeah, do you have
There.
time off work for the
Look,
festival, and are you off today?
Isn't
They're
that
kind
an
of the same
amazing
thing.
view? Yep, I got a letter from my dad.
Yeah,
So
it's the
typical
same.
of that, hey. Oh, this reminds me.
Thank you, Yang Fei. It's actually really nice to see, like, people, playable characters out and about. It kind of makes, I don't know, the city more lively, it feels like, because then you have, like, characters that you know, and you see them out and about. It kind of makes this place seem more, like, homely, I don't know, something like that. And I kind of wish they did this more often. Even if, like, I had Yanfei on the team and it's a little bit weird if we see them double up. They don't see... That seems to happen anyway, so they might as well just lean into it and have just, like, the whole thing seem better. Just, like, have it there. And I think Hu Tao's down here. You can examine board. That's, funny since it's Hu Tao. If you know what I mean. Oops. And I like zoom into her board, if you know what I mean. Anyways, Hu Tao. Let's not stand so close to her. So I can like angle the
Well,
camera.
hello there. A happy and healthy Lantern Rite to you. And what brings you here on this finest of days?
Yeah, so
Not
both
business, I presume. So what is it? Need my help?
both of these say kind of the same thing. Came to see you, came to chat with you. So I think both her dialogue leads to the same thing here. So I'm just gonna do the one. Just came to see you.
I see. So you just missed me all of a sudden? Oh, you? Why'd you have to go and be so thoughtful, I couldn't possibly bring myself to scare you with a ghost story now. To tell the truth, this Lantern Rite's been a busy one for me. I got Xiangling to give me a few recipes, and I've been trying my hand at them. Since you're here, why don't you have a taste? What's that look for? You're not leaving already, are you? Oh, come on, don't go. I promise they don't taste that bad, and I promise it's not a prank.
It's not a prank. Oh, Hu Tao. I think I've actually seen her say this. Like, I haven't actually talked to these characters. I just know where they are because people pointed them out on the Genshin Impact subreddit. But I think I actually saw someone talk to Hu Tao in the Japanese, and the Japanese it's kind of like, this is the reason why I like the Japanese version better, especially for Hu Tao. It's because like the voice actress for Hu Tao is actually a really high profile one, and yeah, she really puts like effort into the characters. So yeah, we'll just like hear Hu Tao's Japanese line.
おやおや解答祭楽しんでる
I think it's near the end. She just like goes crazy and just has fun.
こんないい日に私のところに来るなんて。仕事の依頼をしに来たわけじゃなさそうだね。どうしたの？何か私に手伝ってほしいことでもあるの？お、単純に私に会いたくなっちゃったの？急にそんな優しくされたら怖い話で驚かせにくくなっちゃったじゃない。実は解答祭中でもね、結構忙しいの。シャンリンからレシピをいくつか聞いて今試してるところ。あ、せっかく来たんだし一口どう？あれ？何その表情？逃げようとしてるの？行かないで！絶対まずくないから！
She just like yells at you. This is the reason why I kind of appreciate, at least for Hu Tao, I appreciate the Japanese voice actress or voice lines a bit more than English. For Hu Tao specifically, since like I feel like the Japanese voice actress, I guess, if I were to rank them, I would say the Japanese one is doing a better job than the English. Not that the English one is doing a bad job or anything. It's just that maybe just because the Japanese one has more experience or something doing voices for characters, and Japan seems to have a more fulfilling industry, I guess, a bigger industry for voice talent than in English. Like in English, it's kind of like the same few people over and over again. It seems like for a lot of the cartoons, but in Japan, it seems like they rotate through voice talent really quickly, and there's always new people, and there's always like kind of like a cult following, a cult fandom for like specific voice actors and actresses too. And there seems to be a bigger thing there, so it kind of like makes a lot of these like talent flourish a bit more too, since there's like a bigger fan base and everything. And it's I'm thinking it'd probably be more fulfilling to do like voice work in Japan, seeing as how like the fan base is like maybe a lot. I actually don't really know. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this since I don't really know. It's just the impression I get from comparing English voice talent to Japanese voice talent in the industry, from the little bit of the industry that I have experience of. But yeah, let's check out the next person. And I think it's like somewhere here. Yes, it's Beidou and Xingyan. I think this is kind of like one group. It's not like you can talk to Beidou and Xingyan. It's just like you talk to them both. Oops, that was standing a little too close.
宴会の雰囲気が良かったから、つい歌に力が入って喉が枯れちまった。
I also like seeing Yan's and Beidou's Japanese voices better too, because I feel like they do a really good job. But I should have switched it back to English. So we'll do this, and then we'll do an English one.
付き合わせて悪かったな。お疲れさん。
なんてことないぜ。北斗さんと海に出られていろんなことを知れたし、みんなと一緒に祭りを祝うこともできた。本当に最高の気分で最高の解凍祭だ。そうだ、北斗さん、船員たちを家族のとこに帰らせたみたいだけど、一人で退屈しないのか？
それはないさ。昨日も対局に誘われたんだ。気が向いたら好きな時に上に行けばいい。
Ooh, I wonder who invited her to do some chess, huh?
上。ああ、軍玉閣か。
Oh, even Xingyan is in the down low.
まあこの話は置いといて、休憩が終わったらもう少し食いに行こうぜ。年に一度の解凍祭なんだ。みんな楽しまないとな。
Yeah. Yeah, there's just like this thing that the Japanese voice actress for Beidou does, where she just sounds like super happy, and like just the tone of her voice kind of like invokes a bit of excitement in you. Like you just like get pepped up because of the way, just as how like pepped up she is. And it's the English one doesn't have that same effect on me. But yeah, we'll check out the English one as well. This time I'll stand a little further back.
That party was a real blast. You know you had a good time when you ended up singing a little too hard and straining your voice.
Seems I've caused you all sorts of trouble. Sorry it's been so tough on you.
Are you kidding me? I got to go out on the ocean with you and celebrate the festival with y'all. Couldn't have asked for more. Best Lantern Rite ever!
I still don't know why they decided to go for a southern accent for Xingyan. And I guess that's just, I don't know, the best fit of all the voice actresses that they found. And they just thought like she did the best thing, and the way she plays off Xingyan's like personality is like good, but I don't know. I guess they went with a southern Japanese, a Kansei accent for Yoimiya too in the Japanese, which in the English she just speaks like regular North American English. So yeah, I guess the voice actors and actresses are giving like leeway, given liberty as to how they want to portray the characters, which I don't know. It's pretty nice, I guess.
I was gonna ask though, now that your crew is all back home with their families, aren't you gonna get bored on your own?
Not a chance. Just yesterday I got an invitation to play some chess. Said I can head up for a game whenever I'm down to play.
Head up? Oh, right. You mean to the Jade Chamber.
Moving on. When you're feeling better, we should grab some food together. Lantern Rite only comes once a year, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it.
Alright. Who else is next? I think Shenhe's like somewhere near here. So yeah, along with like the comparing the English and the Japanese voices, Arataki Ito's English I actually like a lot more. He really puts like a lot of character into his voice, whereas the Japanese one kind of does a stereotypical like anime trope, like the Yankee delinquent anime trope kind of voice, which is, I don't know, it's nice, but it's not unique like the English one, like the personality that the English one puts into there, if that makes sense. But yeah, here's Shenhe. What does she has to say?
Liyue Harbor by night is even brighter than Mount Aotsang by day. I couldn't get used to this view at first, but I'm told this is how it always looks at the Lantern Rite. I guess everyone likes brightly lit places, because every time you mention Lantern Rite, people can't help but smile. Like this. Look.
I kind of wish I can zoom in because she actually like puts on a smiley face, and she's normally like you normally has like a really cold expression, so it's like kind of sweet that she's like putting on a smiley face for us. Yes, that's the Lantern Rite smile.
Will you be staying here for good now?
Just for the festival.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Well, it's nice to see you. If Lantern Rite could continue indefinitely, that would be even better.
Is she implying like she's really happy to see us, since we're like kind of her first friend? She has made coming out to Liyue by herself, and she like would want to see it because we just said like we're only here for the Lantern Rite Festival and we'll be leaving, and I think she plans to stay in Liyue or something like that. In her story, she wants to she apparently lived by herself and trained under Cloud Retainer, and like didn't really interact with people all that much because she's like a cursed child or something, and it was told in like Yunjin's opera. And now she's kind of like giving the people of Liyue a chance and seeing how she would live in Liyue, like how life would be. And is she saying like she wants Lantern Rite to last forever because we said that we were leaving after Lantern Rite is done, and she actually wants us to stay? And the only reason for us to stay is if Lantern Rite never ended, so that we would never have a reason to leave. Because if that's it, then that's actually kind of sweet of Shenhe. They really instead of like telling us, this is like a good example of showing and not telling. Like, we're supposed to make note of what is not being said to kind of understand what Shenhe is feeling. If that's the case, then that's really good writing, I guess. But if I'm just like being over imaginative, then I guess I don't know, if they were able to guide me to that conclusion, then I guess it is still like good writing on their part. Even if they didn't intend it. Who else is there? Is Zhengli or... Oh yeah, Zhengli's there. Hey
We meet
Zhengli.
again, traveler.
I stood in a weird location. Maybe I should have sat down and then like listen and then like talk to him. But anyways,
What a rare opportunity to meet with you here in Liyue during this finest of festivals, as busy as you are on your travels.
happy Lantern Rite. How are you celebrating?
As you can see, I'm ambling the streets at my leisure, enjoying the sound of people chattering and birds chirping. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has been somewhat idle as of late, so I am presently unoccupied. When the director is out visiting friends, I take the opportunities to head out myself. Habit dictates that my first port of call is here, where I order myself a pot of tea and listen to the storyteller. At festival times, the storyteller will always select a few new passages that complement the spirit of the season. Most are variations on existing legends or accounts from folk history. Their historicity is questionable at times, but it is their entertainment value that makes them an excellent choice for the festive period.
The stories he hears from these people, since he lived those like historic times, he knows exactly what happens, and he knows that the storyteller is like specifically embellishing certain parts of the story to make it more entertainment, and he just like acknowledges that and knows that it's for entertainment purposes. Oh, Zhangli. I know exactly what you mean.
Then it seems you are becoming rather familiar with the storyteller at this establishment. Time marches forward relentlessly. People change. Traditions change. Lantern Rite is no exception. In times of old, Liyue was constantly at war. People lit lanterns and sent them into the sky to help guide the warriors on the distant front back to their home. Today we live in a time of peace, and the custom of releasing lanterns has become ceremonial in nature. For the people of Liyue, the ritual of lighting lanterns every year symbolizes the undying spirit of heroism. The things that refuse to be shaken by the passage of time. Those are Liyue's roots.
Very
Traveler,
nice.
I hope that you are able to celebrate the Lantern Rite together with the people of Liyue.
What about you? Do you have any plans?
Plans. Not a notion that can be easily applied to me anymore. I am a man of leisure. I simply go wherever I am inclined, wherever that may be. Although, now that you mention it, yes, I should make the most of this festive period by venturing to parts of Liyue that lie beyond the harbor. I began with tea at third-round knockout today. Perhaps tomorrow I shall try somewhere else in the near vicinity. It is quite a joy to be idle and explore this bustling city at my leisure.
Oh, Zhangli, you're so cultured and intelligent and multifaceted. And yep, Xiangling is right here. Hey, Xiangling.
Okay, so we have one group booked for 2 tables for a banquet tomorrow night, and another group who needs their order delivered around the same time. Whew. Oh, hey! Happy Lantern Rite!
Are you alright?
Could be worse, could be worse. Festivals are always a little busy. You know how it is. If you're craving anything off the one-min menu, don't worry about being a burden. However busy it gets, I'll always make time to cook for you.
Oh, Xiangling, you're the best. What happens if I ask her about Gooba?
Okay, so we have one group booked for 2 tables for a big— Oh, hey! Happy Lantern Rite!
How's Goba these days?
Aw, thanks for asking. Well, neither the stove nor the atmosphere are dying down anytime soon, so Goba's as happy as can be. If you're craving anything off the one-min menu, don't worry about being a burden. However—
Oh, she doesn't really change the last part. She's busy, I guess. We should leave her alone. Who else is there? I don't think there's anyone at the Wangshu Inn, since Xiao was, like, down here. I'm, like, trying to remember, like, all the different places listed in that subreddit post. I think there's people in Qingce Village. Baizu and Chi-Chi. I don't know exactly where, though. Oh! Instead of finding Chi-Chi and Baizu, I found Xingqiu and Changyun. Let's see what they have to say. Can I sit down first? Nope. Hey boys, what are you up to?
With everything that's happened on the way here, I feel like we're forgetting something.
Oh, what could it be?
Chongyun, just look at the stunning scenery of Qingce Village. If I could sum it up in one word, would you say exquisite does it justice? I think that.
I remember now. What about the demons? Quick, Xingqiu, get the ancient texts out. There isn't a moment to lose.
Careful now, Chongyun. Let's not rush into this. Justice tea is to be imbibed one sip at a time. These things must be done step by step. If we are too hasty and end up with enemies on all sides, even we, with our level of martial prowess, may find ourselves overpowered.
You do have a point. All right then. I'll take you at your word. Again.
Excellent. Now then, what was I talking about? Now I've lost my train of thought. Help me, Chongyun. What was I saying?
They're like completely ignoring that I sat down and wanted to see how they're doing.
I've forgotten too.
No, they just completely ignore me. Okay, fine. I won't bother your guys' bro time. Where's Baizu and Chi-Chi? I thought they were somewhere here. Oh, I found Yunjin. Well, I'm looking for Baisu and Chi-Chi. Hey, Yunjin. I didn't even know she was a character we can
I
talk
didn't
to.
expect to run into you in Chinksa village of all places.
I was a little worried when I couldn't find you in the city.
Thanks for your concern. I'm touched. A few days ago, Granny Roshin invited me to come out here and give a performance. It's mostly old folks and children who live out this way, so I didn't know whether it would be to their tastes. But everyone seemed to enjoy it, so I'm very proud of myself.
How did you know Granny Roshin?
She was a famous opera singer in her
The
youth, too.
what?
She's still got it if you ask me. In show business, while you're on stage, you constantly have to be in control of everything you're doing to manage your image. So when you're off stage, it's a relief to finally loosen up a little.
I kind of feel bad that I'm making her crank her head over, but at the same time, why didn't she just turn around and talk to us?
I have some excellent tea here. Would you care to stay for some refreshments before you depart?
Yes.
Watching the Xiao lanterns from the village is quite a unique experience in its own right. If you'd like, I can tell you all about it.
Oh, yes, please. Wait, that's the end of it? We just ignore, like, her offer to, like, hang out. We're like, yeah, we're busy, whatever. We're trying to look for Chi-Chi and Baisu. Oh, there they are. I had to look it up. I actually, there was a huge cut. I just kind of stood there while I was recording, and I had to look it up where they are, but they're right here.
Aiju, I want to go on the roof to watch the fireworks. It's high up there. I don't want to disturb the finches down on the ground.
Don't worry, Chi-Chi. Finches just fly away as a precaution whenever they hear footsteps approaching. It's not because they're scared. We can't stay here for too long, I'm afraid. We still have patients to visit.
Okay. Patients are more important. Don't mind Chi-Chi.
Oh no. For whatever reason, I just like super related to that since I'm like, oh no, he has to visit people who are sick during the new year, which that's what happened to me in real life. I'm like currently still like I'm like 90% of the way there. I'm like recovering from being sick, but it is New Year's and I still feel like a little sick, so I related to that like a lot for some reason.
The busy period will die down after the festival ends, and then I'll take you wherever you want to go. Promise.
Let me write that down in my notebook.
All right. Here's your pen.
Unfortunately, these group things, they don't really talk to us, they just talk to each other. It's as if we don't even exist to them. I kind of want to like switch it to Japanese for me to like kind of show off the difference in Chi-Chi's voice acting. Like, pay attention to the way Japanese Chi-Chi enunciates like words. It's like a little different. There's like a nuance difference. And I feel like the Japanese one does a cuter job, I guess, representing like a zombie character, a child zombie character.
ヤク先生、屋根の上に行って花火が見たい。
Like, the English one sounds like she's tired and depressed, and the Japanese one still sounds like there's like energy in her voice, but it seems like she's kind of like forcing energy into her voice because she wants I guess she wants to be, I don't know, respectful or something. She kind of like cares that she has your attention and wants to like come through, that she's not just being like complacent or kind of rude. She still wants to be like, oh, I'm trying, I'm like trying to talk to you even though it's hard for me. That kind of like sentiment, that's how it comes across for me, which I appreciate a lot more. There's like kind of a storytelling behind just from the voices alone, whereas like the direction that the English voice actress had for Chi-Chi kind of has like really surface level direction, where it's like, oh, she's a zombie kid, she's really young, she's like super cute, and she's just tired and she's forgetful, and she's a zombie. So try to like mimic that, but then like the direction for the Japanese one seems to be a lot more nuanced, a lot more deeper in order to like get that effect, that kind of tone in the voice.
あそこは高いから地面にいる山柄を驚かせなくて済む。
安心してください。山柄は足音を聞いただけでも飛んでいくので、元より驚かしてしまうことはありませんよ。ただ、私たちもここにあまり長いはできません。
うん。病人、重要。ナナ、大丈夫。
解凍祭が終わった後に、またナナを連れて街を回りましょう。それでいいですか？
じゃあ、ノートに書いておく。
ええ、わかりました。筆をどうぞ。
And I think Baiju in Japanese sounds like, I don't know, more soothing too. But yeah, that's kind of like, I guess why in the past I've stuck with the Japanese voices more, is because I actually like them. They seem to have a better direction, or at least more nuanced direction to their characters than the English ones. Not to say like the English ones are bad, it's just that it seems like the industry in Japan just has like that much, it's just that much, like the ceiling, the skill ceiling is just that much higher. And I guess maybe even like the competition makes it so that if you were to land like jobs, like VA jobs, like you have to have like a certain level of skill, since like the competition is like seemingly so much higher and the industry seems to be so much bigger. At least to me it seems that way. I don't know for sure. I'm just kind of speaking from the little experience that I have with just like watching anime and playing games like this with like voice acting and stuff. And I think there was one more. I think it's Ganyu. Is it here? No, it has to be here, since that's where Cloud Retainer is. So yeah, I think this is the last one, so after this I'll probably end things and I'll switch it back to English. I don't really know. I don't have Ganyu, so I don't really know her Japanese voice all that much, but from what I remember playing through her story quest, oh, I already switched it back. She kind of has like a generic ara kind of voice in Japanese, so her Japanese voice is like not as nuanced, I feel like, as like Hu Tao or Chi. But yeah, and I think her English does a pretty good job anyway.
Happy Lantern Rite. How have you been recently?
Like, she just sounds like that kind of very well-spoken kind of character, which is, I don't know. I don't really know the nuance. Like, her character isn't really that deep. Like, Chi is a bit deeper because she has all these, like, things about her where she's like, oh, she's like, we don't know how old she is since she's a zombie and she could have existed for a very long time, stuck in that state. And she's also a kid. She's also a zombie. She also has bad memories. There's like all these things about Chi that can be like conveyed through storytelling. But Ganyu, for the most part, we know she's like an Adeptus, or maybe half Adeptus, and she works really hard. She's like a secretary at Chi Xing, and that, like, those kind of aspects of her character, like, you can't really it doesn't really come across through voice acting or the way you speak, whereas like you have to speak a certain way if you're trying to voice a child. You got to speak a certain way if you're trying to voice a zombie. You got to speak a certain way if you're to voice someone who has really bad memories. But then for Ganyu, like the way they told her story and her character traits is like kind of not related to the way she speaks, but I guess the only way is like that she's like really well spoken because she's in that kind of position. She's like in a position of authority, so like that kind of comes across. And the English and the Japanese does a really good job conveying that aspect of her character anyway. So yeah.
I hope everything's going well for you. Don't be like me, worrying all the time. Oh, it's nothing though. Just, as you can see, there's a lot going on during the Lantern Rite, and I was originally supposed to head back to Yujing Terrace to assist with the preparations. However, Lady Ningguang urged me to take a proper vacation. She said that there's nothing so urgent that it can't wait, and that this festival is a time to reconnect with friends and family. But if I really spent this vacation with Cloud Retainer, it wouldn't be long before she started asking me, "How has your career developed this year? Any new crushes one should know about?"
She's like stereotypical like Asian aunt or Asian uncle that always asks you about like relationships and how if do you have a job yet? Oh, do you like when if you're an Asian, you probably relate to this quite a bit. I don't know if like white people relate to these kinds of things because it seems like at least in North America where with like the American dream and stuff, the kids when they grow up they like move out of their home really early, like 18 years old, and like you're already kind of like expected to move out and start your own life. Whereas like in Asian culture, traditionally it seems like you can often see 3 generations living under one roof, and whenever like family visits or whatever like extended family, they always ask about these things. But I guess that's a cultural differences. That's like I don't know. You kind of have to live it to really like relate with it. Whereas if you don't have that cultural background, you might not really have like this whole thing might not have like that big of an impact. But yeah, seriously though, got a crush on anyone at the moment? I hope it's me.
What? Don't you start that as well. Besides that, I do feel better getting some of this off my chest. So, thank you for being here and listening to me.
Oh, you're so sweet, Ganyu. I'm kind of curious what she would say if I just like didn't press her on that.
Happy Lantern Rite. How have you been recently? I hope everything's going well for you. Don't be like me, worrying all the time. Oh, it's nothing though. Just, as you can see, there's a lot going on during the Lantern Rite, and I was originally supposed to head back to Yujing Terrace to assist with the preparations. However, Lady Ningguang urged me to take a proper vacation. She said that there's nothing so urgent that it can't wait, and that this festival is a time to reconnect with friends and family. But if I really spent this vacation with Cloud Retainer, it wouldn't be long before she started asking me, "How has your career developed this year? Any new crushes one should know about?"
Oof, I can imagine.
Yes, I can handle overtime, but not that. Besides that, I do feel better getting some of this off my chest. So, thank you for being here and listening to me.
Oh, that sounds good, got you. But yeah, I think that's all the people. I'm pretty sure I've caught everyone. Hopefully. I'm not gonna look too further into if I missed anyone. I think I got everyone. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next one, which I'm not actually sure what it would be, since this is like I don't know. This is like the most recent stuff, and I haven't heard any news as to if there's going to be like a version 2.5 update with more stories, or if they're going to continue to release more stories for 2.4. But yeah, hope to see you there. Subscribe for more. Subscribe for more like Genshin Impact story videos. You can hear me commentate and just be silly throughout the entire story. And also subscribe if you're interested to see how my wishes and polls are, because I do have that, and there's like playlists of that if you're interested, on how I'm polling. And yeah, I hope to see you there in the next one, and goodbye. Thanks for watching.